Okay, welcome back. Excuse me. In this video for the E-Flite Apprentice S 15E ready to fly airplane, you got to attach the wing to the fuselage, right? Well, lots of ways to do that. E-Flite has decided that you got to use rubber bands. I don't know of any way to do it any other way except use rubber bands. So, and they were kind enough to give you a bag full of rubber bands. Also in this bag was a binding plug. I'll talk about binding and binding plugs later. Don't throw that away. You might need it someday. So you get a pack of 8 rubber bands. Now those rubber bands are good, and you're probably going to need some more. And so you can buy additional rubber bands from E-Flite, like this, pack of 8 made for the Apprentice. And you can see that the EFL2738 is the part number. And the cost of those are $2.99. That's not too bad. That's 37 cents a rubber band. Okay. And that's reasonably expensive. Okay, but there's obviously a cost of packaging and so forth. So if you fly as much as I do, I buy good rubber bands, but at a less expensive price. So the rubber band that you get is this size. It's known as a number 36 rubber band. This is a number 36 rubber band. It's red, not white. Does it match the red? Yeah, kind of. Okay, but you can see the Apprentice rubber band is slightly wider, but it's the same length this way. If you unstretch, they're the same length. When you stretch them, they stretch the same. And so this red rubber band I buy from Amazon, and it's by the Alliance Rubber Band Company. Okay, Alliance. It's called the Alliance Rubber Company. There you go, Alliance Rubber Company. From Hot Springs, Arkansas. And it's a red band called a red packer. And it's 5 inches by 1/8 inch. Okay. And you get 320 to a 1 pound box. So 320 rubber bands cost you $13.14, which is 4 cents a rubber band. So you can pay 37 cents a rubber band, or you can pay 4 cents a rubber band. Which one do you think I'm going to use? Now, are they the same? Not exactly. Do they last about the same time? Yeah, about the same time. In tests that I have casually observed, I won't call it scientific, the white ones probably last an extra few flights. Okay, every time you take them off, you stretch them, and you probably get, let's say, 4 or 5 flights out of 4 or 5 times that you take the rubber band on and off. And in other words, you go out for a day, leave it on there, back home, sunned, disintegrates rubber, and ozone or oxygen. So they're going to wear out 4 or 5 trips to the field. It's probably time to throw a rubber band away. So you might get 4 or 5 with this one. You might get 3 or 4 with this one. Okay, about the same, not 9 times the price. Okay, so 4 cents versus 37 cents. That's a 9 times difference. So I'll still buy a couple of packs of these and have them handy. But for the most part, I use these rubber bands for these type of airplanes. This is the same rubber band I recommended for the Mini Apprentice. I don't recommend a number 64. It's not the same size. It's only like 3.5 inches. These are 5 inches. And the number 64, you can stretch it across and it will work, but it's not going to hold the same. It's going to stretch too much. It's going to break more often. The other thing is you need to put 8 rubber bands on here. we'll go over that in a later video, but you really should put 8 rubber bands on. And so that's my recommendation for rubber bands. The other thing I recommend is after you use a set of 8 rubber bands, don't put them back in the bag of good ones. So I carry around used Apprentice S15 rubber bands. So after I use them for the first time, I'll put them in a separate bag from the good ones, and if 1 or 2 break, I'll continue to use these. As they start to really get bad, I'll replace them all. But if you see 1 or 2 going bad and the rest are good, just get out a couple of new ones and use them. But then keep the used ones together, and you will find that you'll get not all rubber bands stretch the same way, last the same length of time. But reuse the rubber bands until they're getting too worn or thin. Out of 8 rubber bands, 1 breaks, it's okay. If 4 break, you might be in trouble. Okay, one more point. What's 320 rubber bands look like? This is a large Ziploc bag, okay? And I probably used, I don't know, 20, maybe 30 out of 320. I didn't count them, okay? And I write on it what they are. It's a firm stretch like that, so I remember which rubber bands are which. That's 320 rubber bands. You can carry that around. Sometimes if you want to make a smaller Ziploc bag to carry them around in, that's fine. And that's what I used to do. I usually carry a small Ziploc bag of these and a small Ziploc bag of these. And we'll use them interchangeably, doesn't matter. Okay, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.